Okay guys, so welcome back to another Babylon 5 reaction. Today we're going to Season 1, Episode 1, and actually starting the show properly. Last episode, or last reaction to Babylon 5, I started the pilot episode, which was titled The Gathering. But this episode I'm going on to the full-on show. Yeah, overall I'm just looking forward to the show and to start Season 1, and to dive deep into the show, I guess. But yeah, I don't have too much to say. I mean, last episode we was introduced to quite a lot of characters. We had Jeff Sinclair, which is like the leader of Babylon 5. Guy who's about to get taken to the Vorlon's like homeworld because we had all that storyline going on, and supposedly it was actually Jeff Sinclair, because they all thought, like the Vorlons all thought that it was actually Jeff that attacked their ambassador, but turns out it's actually that other guy, that other alien guy that used, what's that guy's name? The villain. The guy said it was really interesting. I wish he didn't die. I can't remember his name. Maybe I left a comment. 1 second. Let me see. No, I didn't. That's really annoying. It was like Lano or something. Dalvano was the name of it. I thought that guy was a really, really interesting character. Really good character as well. Like, really mysterious and really, like, evil, it seemed. See, it's a shame that he's gone straight away. But it was the ambassador, I think his name's G. Carr. The guy who, like, his species, like, recently rebelled against another species and are now, like, in a superior position. That guy was actually the guy who, like, was using that pen, that, like, transformation pen, or, like, clone pen, or whatever you want to call it, and he actually morphed into Jeff, and, used Jeff's face to, like, go up to the Vorlon and say, like, hi, welcome, and, to attack him. And, that's what the psychic actually saw. Like, she saw Jeff. It was actually G. Carr, and actually another species, like, that ambassador guy. I think his name is G. Carr. But, that was a good storyline, and I really thought Jeff was actually going to get deported. I thought that'd be a really interesting thing to set things up for the first episode, to have the main character go into the Vorlon's homeworld. But speaking about the Vorlons, man, they are so mysterious. Like, literally nobody knows anything about. See, I am really looking forward to finding out more about them. We also had, I'll just read from this Patreon comment, because Patreon, who actually suggested me to watch the show, has left me a little comment. So I thought I'd read through it all. So we have humans, which are actually fairly new on the spacefaring scene. We've got the Centauri with the amazing hair, and Empire in decline. Their ambassador is Londo Malari. So that guy with last episode was so funny, man. The guy, like, has hair, which is like, he's pretty much bald, but his hair's like all sticking up. That guy's hair was amazing. I really did enjoy his character. He's really funny as well. Like, he literally said to, what's his name? Chief Michael Garibaldi, like, he literally said to Garibaldi, like, yeah, I'll be there, then he didn't show up at all. Like, I do like his character so far, so I'm looking forward to seeing more about him. We have the Narn with the lizard-like features, a young race who recently, in the past century, fought off the Centauri, who had colonized their world and enslaved them. Their ambassador is G. Carr, so that's the guy I was talking about. So I didn't know it was the Centauris that they fought off. I thought it was the other people, the Minbari, I think. The most intelligent one. So we've got the Minbari with the bony heads, described by G. Carr as the most advanced. They fought a war with humanity and had humanity on the point of defeat, when they suddenly and unexpectedly surrendered at the Battle of the Line. That is the thing that Jeff was also talking about last episode, that scene which I really, really enjoyed. I thought that was a really great scene, probably the best scene of the entire episode, when he was talking about the biggest battle of all time to his wife, and saying, like, I literally blacked out for 24 hours, like, I don't know what happened to me. That's really mysterious. I really do think that the Minbaris have some really advanced technology. I mean, we saw that with, with Dylan and G. Carr. Like, Dylan literally got like a ring and put up to G. Carr, and like he just kind of like froze in place. He was just stopped in his place. Like, that ring or whatever that was, that weapon was so powerful. And we also have the Vorlons in the brown encounter suit. Very mysterious. Nobody seems to know much about them, and their ambassador is Kosh. I did not know that name at all, but I now know it. So the Vorlons are so mysterious, man. Like, their whole suit, their whole like attitude is so weird. And at the end of the episode, the Doctor and Ben managed to actually save that guy, the guy that was being like operated on because he had been poisoned by G. Carr. So hopefully we do find out more about the Vorlons. I think they're probably the most mysterious species right now, or by far. Characters you've been introduced to: Commander Jeffrey Sinclair, Commander of Babylon 5 and Earth's representative on the Council; Chief Michael Garibaldi, the head of security; Lieutenant Commander Laurel Takashimiya, I already know I butchered that, but Takashima, second in command, the Asian woman; Dr. Benjamin Kyle, head doctor. I really like Benjamin. I don't know why. Like, for some reason, I just started liking him like straight away. I think he's a really good character for some reason. But we had Dr. Benjamin, and he's literally said, like, last episode, like, I really enjoyed Benjamin last episode. Like, that woman came in and started sabotage, and people started getting poisoned. And Ben was just like, oh, for fuck's sake, what's going on, guys? I thought that was really great. We also had Light Alexander, the commercial telepath, as we did see. I've also got a little note here that there was a 1 year gap between filming the pilot and the first season. So, like, some of the actors couldn't return, and some of like the makeup is different. But yeah, overall, I'm really excited for this. And yeah, he says the next episode is titled Midnight on the Firing Line. So yeah, that's a really interesting title. I wonder what that could mean. Maybe some sort of like riot or coup, or some sort of like maybe referring to the battle like on the firing line. Maybe that could be the battle that Jeff Sinclair was talking about. I don't know. Yeah, without me rambling, I am looking forward to getting into the show, so why not get into it? So yeah, this is going to be Babylon 5, Season 1, Episode 1, titled Midnight on the Firing Line. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Alright, so this episode is titled Midnight on the Firing Line. What was that? I just missed. Unfortunately, it seems like this is the resolution that
picking up disturbance.
I have to watch it on, but that's not
trying to get a fix. Great.
Okay, so this is Londo, right? Who the hell was that?
Notify Centauri Prime.
I was thinking that's the Cylons, but I'm not watching Battlestar Galactica, am I? Oh, well, that's just great, isn't it? For fuck. Really?
Have you seen the commander? I've tried linking in.
Okay, so this is 30 minutes after that.
In that case, he's in the observation dome.
How do you know?
Mr. Garibaldi!
Here he is, Londo.
Oh boy.
Londo and Garibaldi. Oh, I love these two, actually. They're so funny together. But why and who blew
Commander,
that thing up?
there's a problem.
He was gonna say, like, it was the thing
All
they
I'm
blew us
asking
up.
is that you trust me.
Vorlons? I don't know.
What was it you said? A huge empire.
Come on, public relations.
Only that hasn't been true.
Mr. Garibaldi, have you met my diplomatic staff? Just arrived from the home world. This is it.
I think he's got something important to say.
What is it?
Our agricultural colony?
Yes, I know what it is. What about it?
It's under attack. No provocation, no warning. They
been
got through the
destroyed.
minefields and now
It's not
they're
under
firing
attack, it's
on
completely
anything that
gone.
moves.
It's got to be the Vorlons, right? I swear I've seen them ships before, and they were the Vorlon ships. I think, when they all came for Earth. Well, for Babylon 5.
The year is 2258. The name
Oh,
of the
okay.
place is
2258.
Babylon 5.
Oh, we've got a time frame now. 2258. Right. Michael O'Hare. Yeah, I definitely see some new characters here that I familiar with. G-Car. I think I've heard of that name before. G. Michael. I cannot pronounce his last
Commander
name.
Sinclair,
Recognize
as the
him
official
somewhere.
representative.
Ambassador, I just heard.
Yes, you have my sincerest condolences for your losses.
You know nothing about this attack, Shakar?
I really like G-Car, man.
astonished as you
Oh,
are.
it's Gakar.
Can you tell us something
It's
about
not
the
G-Car,
colony?
it's
There's
Gakar.
nothing to
okay.
tell. It's an agricultural base, strictly a civilian operation.
Psycho rating P5. I was assigned to Babylon 5 a few weeks ago.
Tell fighter jacks to stand by for launch. I want those ships prepped and ready to go.
Oh, is this the,
Psycho regulations require me to log in with the second in command. I've tried to reach you 3 times, but I guess you've been busy.
I was
Diligence
wondering who the hell
commendable.
she is,
Anything
but has she replaced the Asian character?
No, I just...
Then you'll excuse me, but I'm in the middle of
I think
15
she
things,
has,
all of them
right?
annoying.
Yeah, she
Thank you
has.
for coming by.
I was wondering, like, who is she? But she's acting, and her demeanor is the exact same as the Asian one. So she must be one of the characters that they replaced.
They've had plenty of time to digest the reports, but so far, nothing.
Who do you think attacked the colony? The Narns, the Minbari?
Not the Minbari. It's not their way.
I was
They're too
thinking
honorable to pull
Vorlons. I
something
don't know
like
if that's possible.
I'm
but
surprised to hear you describe the Minbari
It
that
seemed
way.
like the Vorlons. So we saw last episode,
After all,
they
you
all
fought
came for
them during the
Jeff.
war.
And they looked like...
Well, my father
them
always
shits
told
go.
me, the best way to understand someone is to fight him. Make him angry. That's when you see the real person.
Is he also a pilot?
Wise words.
The best. He said to ignore the propaganda. Focus on what you see. I've never seen the Minbari fight dishonorably.
All right, let's see.
Oh, these... this entire species, they're just such idiots, aren't they, man? I love it so much, though.
Notify Centauri Prime.
Oh, yeah.
Who
they
would
cut
do
off
this?
their-
Why?
They say it's the... Yeah.
Reverse image.
Would they know what
Hold.
ships that is? I thought that was the Vorlons.
Enhance. That is a Narn heavy fighter.
A what?
Bastard Shakar. He said he knew nothing of this. Shakar.
There she is.
Okay, that's gone over my head. Who's Shakar? I kind of forgot. Oh, Jakar! G-Car. It's Jakar.
No survivors.
So it's
Check out the
that
blast damage.
species, that attack. Why? Maybe it's like revenge or them being captive as a species for like hundreds of years.
Just found out about it myself. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation.
What reasonable explanation is there for the slaughter of unarmed civilians?
Wondered the same thing when you invaded our world. The wheel turns, does it not, Ambassador?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
We should have wiped out your kind when we had the chance.
What happened? Run out of small children to butcher?
You pig!
Let him go!
Come on, Garibaldi, break it up.
Let him.
You completely understand G-Car's like thoughts about it. They imprisoned his species for God knows how long, and now it's their turn to strike back.
I will not repeat it. I will kill him, though. Sooner or later, somewhere.
Ambassador.
My
Very
people,
honest. That hair is
sometimes even
crazy.
when
Oh my god, that's
we
amazing.
are going to die.
Car?
We have squeezed the life out of each other. The first time I saw Jakar, I recognized him as the one from the dream.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
It
man.
will happen. 20 years from now, we will die with our hands around.
Well, at least you got
each
20
other's
years to
throats.
live.
20 years is a long time.
Believe as you wish. 20 years from now, one of us will be wiser and older, or one of us will be dead. Who's me? I need another drink.
Literally just pour yourself one, mate.
I think we have a chance to put together a coalition against the Narn attack.
So I personally arranged for
he
him
was
to
at
have a
the
higher
station.
position as head
got
researcher
blown up.
on Ragesh 3.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can't see him being alive after the entire station was blown up.
Ambassador,
Yeah, it's
I
really
know this
shit
is
for
hard
them.
for you, but if this escalates into war, you'll give the Narns exactly what they want, a chance to divide us so they can move in. There are other ways. Babylon 5 is here to help.
On the issue of galactic peace, I am long past innocence and fast approaching apathy. It's all a game, a paper fantasy of names and borders. The last breath I take, there will be war. This I swear to you, Commander. This I swear.
Damn. It does tell a lot about his character. And, I mean, the title of the episode is Midnight on the Firing Line. So maybe, like, what's it
You eat
called?
like a
Car
starving man.
And his species on the firing
Shin
line.
Def has a way of doing that
Forgot
to
the
me.
name. but
Ambassador
it's interesting
Kosh,
to
Commander
maybe-
Sinclair, can I see you?
Oh, Kosh, you're right. The Vorlon. Let's see this guy. The ambassador. I love him calling him a guy. Well, he's anything but a guy. He's some alien, weird-looking ass species.
They are a dying people. We should let them pass.
Who?
Centaurs?
The Narn or the Centauri?
Yes.
Thanks for the clarification. Yes. Thanks, mate. Really specific there, Mr. Vorlon.
Mr.
Fuck's
Garibaldi.
Ambassador?
What do you want?
The council meeting, the emergency session.
The council can go to hell. And the emergency
These two, man.
session can go to hell. And you can go to hell too. I wouldn't want you to feel left out.
Wanda,
What the fuck, man? I love it. I love that guy so
Wanda,
much.
why are you doing this?
This guy's such an idiot as
Because
well.
we are a race of lunatics and cowards.
Lando, please.
Damn all of them!
This guy's like, I just can't get a break. I can't get a fucking break.
But
It's interesting that the Centaurs are literally doing
then we're in
nothing.
big trouble.
Do you understand?
There used to be some massive
Absolutely understand.
empire. Now they're nothing. To the point where they're not even retaliating when they've been attacked.
Blue 14.
Afterward, if you like, you can stop by my quarters. And I can show you my favorite thing in the whole universe.
What's that?
Okay, my second favorite thing in the universe.
The names of this show are so weird though. Garibaldi, like, what is up with that name?
I see we have similar habits.
But I love Jakar. It's such a great
Before
name.
going into battle, I also need to walk in the green for a...
Be careful, Ambassador. Not every dream I've heard lately ends well for you.
In our position, you would do the same.
Yeah,
Our two
as
worlds, our two
Londo said,
species are more
them
alike
two are going to
than
end
you
up
might
strangling
I would
each
remind
other.
you that we were one of the few who would supply you with the weapons you needed in your war with the Minbari.
Do you know what we learned from it? That the sneak attack is the first resort of a coward.
Just a minute.
You didn't even have the decency to pick a military target, a poorly armed civilian colony. What a challenge that must have been to the great Narn military. What's wrong, Ambassador? Don't
Yeah,
have the
Jeff
guts for
is
a fair fight?
spitting facts here.
In another place, I would have you skinned alive for saying that.
You want me?
Come get
You know
me.
where to find me.
Yeah. You're not
See you
taking
in
out
council.
Jeff, mate. Yeah, I don't know why they picked a civilian, like, what's it called, station. Like, if you're gonna attack them, attack the species that imprisoned
Commander.
you and kept you captive
Got
for
trouble.
centuries. So yeah, why not attack a military
trouble.
base? Like,
I worked
that
out
would
how the
show your
raiders
strength
operate.
more than
The shipping
attacking,
companies
like,
buy
innocent
access to
people.
the jump gates in bulk, then sell it on the open market. One company sold the routes for all the supply ships that have been hit.
Being the galaxy's policeman, they want to fight it out. Let them. Just keep us
So this is
out
the
at least
president,
till after
isn't
the
it?
election.
Or
If
senator
you
or
can't
whatever.
postpone.
Any other instructions, Commander?
Lots of them. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find you before I left, so you never heard about any orders from Earth Central. The last thing you heard, we were voting for sanctions.
Nice one.
There.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what can I do? She did not know, so what a shame for the president or the senator. I thought it was the president, but I was thinking that's the senator because in the credits, the opening credits, it said special appearance from the senator. So I think that is the senator, although I thought that would be the president, but...
They kill you and take the land back. On and on and on. A cycle of hatred.
Justice, not hatred. We have no
Until
desire
they
to
both,
start
in
a
20
war.
years, end up strangling each other. That's what's gonna happen. Apparently, from Londo's dream. I'm not forgetting about that anytime soon either.
Keep scanning. This sector is the last transfer point
midnight
for
at the
refugees.
firing
If the
line,
Rangers are gonna
right?
head anywhere, this has got to be it.
Yeah, okay.
Confirmed
On the
lock.
firing line.
High-energy weapons discharge noted at coordinates 5.
I think that's what this means. We'll title the episode.
Locking on. Magnifying.
At the front of the firing line.
Confirm sighting. Full thrusters.
the
Maintain
civilian ship,
formation
yeah?
until contact, then break and attack.
When the last ship was going to attack that ship.
I'm head researcher and project director for the Ragesh 3 agricultural colony.
The nephew, I would add, of our own esteemed ambassador, Lando Molari.
Yeah, I
In
was
the last
thinking
6
that.
months, there have been violent
that guy.
outbreaks created by division among our many colonists. We asked for help from Centauri Prime. Faced with chaos and anarchy, the Ragesh 3 Administrative Council asked for assistance from the neighboring Narn regime.
Wow.
We will, of course, maintain social and economic ties to Homeworld in the interest of continued peace.
I was not expecting that. His
This is
own
Arn
nephew.
Malari.
So his own nephew, one of the higher ups of that station, is saying that they actually want to be of Jakar's species. I keep forgetting the name. He literally just said it, but for some reason it's not sticking in my mind.
They forced him to read that statement. I'm sure they threatened to kill him. It's a lie.
If you want to talk about lies, Ambassador, what about your lie of omission? Is it not true that your own world has voted against taking any actions in response to the liberation of Ragesh 3?
Yes,
True.
Then why have you asked this council to take actions that even your own government considers inappropriate?
It's so crazy to me that this was created in 1993, and yet, like, 10 years after this, we've got Battlestar Galactica, which is, like, crazy, like, you look at the, like, technology and the visuals between this and Galactica, it's crazy. I'm going back to the missing everything for 1 second.
Ted, we can't afford...
What is that?
Catch.
I thought that was a station now. Is that a station? Or another weapon? Oh, what are you up to now, Londo? He's gonna try and get revenge against Jakar, isn't he? He's gonna try and do something. Because he just can't, like, accept that his species is dying. His empire is gone. He just can't accept that fact. He says, take it out on Jakar. I just love saying that, Jakar. That is such a great name, man. I love that name so much, Jakar. Great. Is that a gun of some sort? Looks like it, doesn't it? Go tell someone right now, lady. Come on. I don't want Ducati to die. I really don't. I really like his character, although his species are absolute pricks for attacking that station. But
have to talk to you.
that guy literally said, his nephew said that they wanted to
What's
be
wrong
with
with
the
now?
Centauri's.
You have someplace special to go?
Mr. Garibaldi, get out of my way.
No,
Good luck,
I can't
mate.
do that.
No.
Don't force me to make this official.
No!
I don't want to do it. But you lay one finger on a weapon and I'll kill you where you stand.
You don't understand.
Yes, I do. I understand better than you'll ever know.
Well, it seems I'm still on target for my appointment 20 years from now.
What appointment?
For now.
Long story.
Oh yeah, Garibaldi doesn't even know about it. I love that so much, that dream in 20
Ambassador.
years that them two will just be strangling each other.
In 1 hour, I'm going to have to
And
check
one of
your
us is gonna
quarters for
die.
weapons. Make sure I don't find anything.
Yeah, I like this
Garibaldi.
relationship, this dynamic between them two.
Just now, would you really have killed me?
Yes. Yes, I would have.
That's the only reason he's lying. He likes, what's it called? This guy. Why have I forgot his name again? Londo. But there's definitely some like mutual respect between them two.
We managed to drive the raiders out of this sector, at least for now, but look what I found on the command and control ship.
Oh, another one of those.
I kept wondering where the raiders were getting their heavy
One of
weapons.
his
Then I thought
species.
about our conversation, Narns. Your government always provides an advisor to show how to operate the weapons and to make sure they aren't resold to a third party. When we tracked the raiders' command and control ship, we disabled her, went
Oh, this
aboard,
guy's on the ship, yeah.
and found your friend here.
And that's not all. When the ship docked and we went inside, we found these data crystals. They contain reports the captain here monitored between Ragesh 3 and Narn Central Command.
They confirm everything Ambassador Malari said about the attack on the Centauri colony, that it was unprovoked, and that the invitation was made at the point of a gun. Now, it seems to me that you have two choices. Tell
He
your
was
forces
actually
on
right.
Ragesh 3 to withdraw.
Wow.
Or we bring this evidence to the council.
I wasn't actually expecting that. I don't know why I trusted Jakar. I think it's just because he looks so cool and I love his name.
Your choice.
But Londo was right. They put a gun to his head and forced him to say that. I mean, I was going to say, like, that could be a case. That could be what actually happened. But for some reason, I trusted Jakar. I don't know why. Like, last episode, he's sneaky little shit. And this episode, he's been even worse. So, yeah, I've lost all faith and lost all trust in that guy. But I do like him. He's a really cool character.
Quiet evening at my place and my second favorite thing in the universe, assuming I can find someone to share it with.
Garibaldi, I don't even want to know.
Yeah, me neither.
With 5% of the returns in from the American.
Her? She wants to speak to her. What?
I wanted
it's
to thank you for your
her.
help this afternoon.
Wow.
Situation with the Centauri ambassador.
Oh,
She
it's
looks
an
so
accident,
different. What
really.
the hell?
I've been trained
Without
to
her
block
hair
out
like gel or
casual
whatever.
thoughts, but when you hit
my
something that
God.
powerful,
I understand.
Didn't even recognize her at first. That's so weird.
I feel I should explain my behavior earlier. Were you raised by the Corps?
Mm-hmm. Here you go.
And you never had to make the choice. When they discover what you are, they give you three choices. You can either join the Psi Corps, or go to prison, or agree to take certain drugs for the rest of your life. Drugs that inhibit your telepathic abilities.
that's the law. Unregistered telepaths have to be controlled in order to protect the privacy of others.
Is she an
Have you ever
unrecognized
seen the
telepath?
results?
I think she must be one. The way she's talking and acting. Saying that her...
They caught up with my mother on her 35th birthday. She didn't want to join the Corps. Didn't want to go to prison. So they gave her the treatment.
Killed her.
For 10 years, a man in a gray suit came to the door once a week. And he gave her the injections. They were strong.
Fucking hell, man.
Terribly
That's
strong.
horrible.
Every day we
The
just
music
watched
as
her
well is gone now.
drift further and further away from us.
You're still forced into it despite the fact you feel free. But I'm wondering, does
Perhaps
she
tomorrow
have, like, telepathy in
we can
her
start
blood?
out on better terms.
So if her mother was one, then she could be one as well.
Good night.
It's my second favorite thing in the universe.
Oh my god. Really, Garibaldi? Oh my god. That makes me love Garibaldi even more, man. We all thought it would be something else, didn't we? I mean, he said that's his second favourite. What's his first favourite? She's like, what am I eating? What the hell is this? And Garibaldi's just popcorn. Of course, the culture's completely different, so Garibaldi's like kind of introducing her to that. I like how we're hearing more about like all the affairs in the world. Like, although we're not actually seeing them, we're hearing about the Mars colony, we're hearing about like all these different things. Oh. Really? End there? Commander, there's a problem. Okay, end the episode there, I'd say. Alright, so yeah, that's my reaction to Babylon 5, Season 1, Episode 1, titled Midnight at the Firing Line. And I think that title was actually meaning when Jeff was like with all them ships on the firing line at midnight. But yeah, I thought that was a good episode. I did really enjoy it. And yeah, I'm really loving Londo and Jakar, man. Them two characters are just great. I'd say they're my favourite characters right now. It's probably, I don't know though, Jakar. I like him. I like him as a character. I think he's really cool. The design of his character is really, really cool. But after this episode, like, you just can't trust him at all, can you? Like, last episode in the pilot, like, he was so untrustworthy and he lied through his teeth. He's, like, always got an agenda. He's always lying for some reason. I really do like his character. Do not trust that guy at all. Like, he will literally lie to you. He will try and twist the truth. Like, he tried to pin, like, everybody against Londo and, like, their species, the Centaurs. But it's actually him who forced the guy to say that. And, yeah, in fact, it didn't want anything to do with the Centaurs. It was all bullshit. And yeah, the truth all came out at the end. The Centaurs and Londo were in the right. I also really like that scene between Garibaldi and what's called Londo. That was really good. Like their interaction. There's definitely like a friendship possibility there. Like there's definitely mutual respect already. And I think them two could be great friends. And overall, man, Londo is just such a funny character. I really love his character. The way he acts is just so funny. He's probably the funniest character on the show, to be honest. Although I do really like Jeff, but Jeff just is more the serious character, isn't he? He's kind of funny, but he's more serious, which I do like. I like that in the character, but it's good having characters like Jakar and Londo to kind of balance that out, and I just love them two so far, man. And yeah, of course, Londo's vision, or like his dream of what's called Jakar and Londo, like strangling each other in 20 years. So I wonder if that will ever come to fruition. I wonder if that will ever come true. Who knows, man? Who knows? They could literally become like best friends down the line. Like I could see them kind of like making up and actually becoming like good friends, and kind of realizing that all the shit with like their species, like it doesn't really affect them two like as people. Sure, their species, like both of them have done terrible things, but the way they act and like their personality does not have to be affected by their history. So I hope going forward them two could become really good friends. Yeah, at the end of the episode, like everyone's going well. Like Jeff's going for a rest, and then Jeff, we got a problem. Commander, we got a problem. Like, God, this guy can just not get a break, can he? And of course, for some reason, writers decide, let's end the episode there, guys. Well, when there's something big happening, when there's something important going down, and yeah, there's something really interesting, the writers decide to end the episode there, which is so annoying, man. But yeah, I wonder what that could be, like what the problem is. Like, Jeff, we got a problem. I think that's what they said, or they said something about a problem, like something's happened. So what now? What now for Jeff, man? What now for Babylon 5? I was trying to think like if there's any other like story arcs I could mention. I mean, we had all that stuff with the what's called the telepath. And we found out that if you're a telepath, like if you have telepath in your blood, either have to one, join like the organization, the committee, or whatever it's called, the thing where they actually make you a proper telepath and it's like legal, or two, like you go to jail, or three, they give you loads and loads of drugs. And yeah, that woman said, like the woman in charge, the commander, the lieutenant or whatever, woman who's in power who replaced the Asian one, like her, like she said like her mum was a telepath and she had to take all these drugs. Like every week, like a man in a grey suit would come, give her like an injection, and yeah, eventually like that went on for like 10 years and just drained her, and she got to the point where she literally killed herself because of that. So yeah, it's really messed up, man, the whole telepath life. It's just brutal. I feel so bad for him, man. It's so tragic. Especially, like, her mum. Like, oh, my God. I was thinking, like, when that happened, like, I wonder if she's a telepath. Like, if her mum's a telepath, then surely, like, that can be passed down, like, genetically and also by blood. So, I wonder in the future, like, will we see her become a telepath? Keep it secret? Like, that's what I was getting from that anyway. Like, that she was a telepath and that she was keeping it quiet and talking to a telepath about. I could definitely see a reveal of her actually being a telepath and just keeping it quiet. Or like down the line, her going to prison because of it, or something like that. But yeah, man, that has been Babylon 5, Season 1, Episode 5, titled Midnight at the Firing Line. I do hope you enjoyed. Really great episode, and I'm just loving Londo and Jakar, man. I just love them two so much. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed, and yeah, until the next one, goodbye, guys.